everybody, and happy Monday. Happy, I guess, first Monday after daylight savings. If you still do have your morning coffee, I invite you to enjoy it with me. So, we have a lot to cover in today's training. So, as always, just to see who is popping on, please do drop into the comments below hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay if you are watching on the replay. If you feel that it would be beneficial to share this training on whatever platform you happen to be watching from, I would greatly appreciate that. But in addition, tag some people in the comments that you feel could truly benefit from this information. And then one final announcement. As I've mentioned before, we are 2 weeks away from our free 3-day simple content creation workshop. It's from March 28th to March 30th. It's from 8 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Monday and Tuesday, and 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard on Wednesday. We have nearly 300 people already registered, which is mind-blowing. So excited. If you would like to register, and if you have not done so already, you can drop into the comments below and just type in I do, and we will get you all registered. So again, if you're coming on live, please do say hi and where you are tuning in from. Please tag some people. Please share this video. And again, if you're coming in on the replay, you can do hashtag replay if you are watching that way as well. So again, we have a lot to cover today, and we are going to be talking about everything that's related to your profile. Now, I did a poll over the weekend, and just asking people what they felt was one of the big things that they needed to, focus on in regards to their experience on LinkedIn. Hey, Tom, and I will send that to you. Hey, Selena, I will send that to you as well. Good to see people jumping on. So I asked some people, what they felt like they needed to improve most. And it could have been building the right kind of network, messaging. Hey, Rob, good to see you coming on. And a fair number of people said that, they really want to optimize their profile better. And, just to put it out there, I do have a free optimization tool. If anyone would like that free optimization tool, just type the word free in the comments, and I will send you the link to download that. It's a 3-page PDF that kind of goes over the framework of how to best optimize your profile. And there's 4 things specifically that I'm going to go over with all of you today, but I'm also going to share with you a sneak peek at my profile just to kind of get the wheels turning a little bit. The fact of the matter is, I've tweaked my profile countless times over the last 8 years. And in learning everything that I have in my consulting and coaching practice, and the books that I've written, but also the companies that I've consulted for, but also the blogs that I've read, all the information that I've digested in regards to your profile, I've comprised that into this PDF to get people started. But also I want to raise attention and awareness about the power of how a lot of people's success on LinkedIn is not just based on the size of the network that you have, how many messages you're sending, or how great your messaging is, or your content, but it really starts with your profile. I talk about the layer cake of LinkedIn, meaning you have to have the solid base built out. And that solid base is your LinkedIn profile. If your LinkedIn profile is not built and structured the right way, you're going to fall short. And I want to see people get more engagement. I want to see them have greater amounts of success on the platform. So again, if you would like that free resource, just type the word free in the comments below. And as Selena and Tom have done, you can also type an I do, and I will send you the registration link for our free 3-day workshop on social media content. It's the Simple Content Creation Workshop from the 28th to the 30th of March. Now, and don't be afraid, still say hi. I love to know who's on here. So there's 4 main things that we're going to be going over today. And number 1 is you always want to make sure that you use keywords in your headline. Now, your headline is the space underneath your name. So there are conflicting points of view, but I'm going to show you where that conflicting points of view needs to stop. Now, there are other trains of thought where people say that, you put this power statement in your headline. Who you help. I help business professionals increase their monthly revenue 10x. Or I help this person, or I assist, or that's all fine, well, and good. You would more see that on the homepage of a website rather than a profile on LinkedIn. Now, you can also include that in other sections on LinkedIn, which I'm going to get profile-wise. I'm going to get into that of where you could add that power statement. But I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at what you should think about doing when in regards to how you should structure your profile. Now, you don't have to do it exactly like mine, but if you can see underneath my name, it has some keywords, okay? So expert, authority, mastermind, it's the mastermind that my wife and I have. Creator of Linked Leads Generation, that is my consulting and coaching practice. 3-time best-selling author, speaker, top podcast host, human connection expert, business coach for personal branding and growth. Now, what you have to realize is that these are all keywords. So when someone is searching something online, more specifically when they're using the search engine on LinkedIn, you want to be shown in more searches. So you can see right here over the last 7 days, I've had almost 1,200 profile views in the last 7 days. So almost 200 a day. Same thing here, 1,100 search appearances, right? So it's pretty tremendous. So here's what you can do to see how optimized at least the keywords are within your profile. If you click on those search appearances, LinkedIn's going to give you some keywords that is allowing you to show in more searches. So if you click on that and there's no keywords, so lead generation, personal trainer, which is in my experience section, motivational speaker, business coach, host. So those are all the keywords that were pulled from my profile. The companies they work for. Job titles of the searcher. So now I can actually backlink that, meaning if I want to get a little bit more embedded with my searching, I can actually utilize those keywords that LinkedIn is showing me more to my advantage. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box. If you've come on late, please do say hi and where you are tuning in from, or hashtag live. If you're on the replay, hashtag replay, please tag some people, share this video. And again, 2 things. Number 1, if you have not yet registered for our free 3-day simple content creation workshop from March 28th to the 30th, as Selena has done, as Tom has done, just type an I do and we will get you that registration link. But I also have a free profile optimizer. It's a 3-page PDF If you would like that, just type in free, and I will send you the link to download that for your own personal use. So using these keywords, and you have to think about the person who I want to find me, the person that I want to go visit my profile, the person who I want to appear in their network. What are they searching for? You have to use specific keywords that your ideal client or customer or connection would be searching for. If you want to appear in the right searches, you have to use the right keywords. No one is going on LinkedIn and typing in increasing my business 10x. That's not a keyword that's being used. It's a search engine. So people are searching keywords. So you really have to start thinking about, what are those things that I need to put underneath my name that is going to allow me to come up in more searches. Now, the other thing that I will tell you is the area next to your name where you can put a designation. If you have a doctorate, if you have a PhD, if you have a master's, a bachelor's. A lot of people, and I did this, after my name, I added human connection expert. But what I started to realize was that was actually hurting my searchability. Hey, Laura. Hey, Rebecca. Good to see you guys jumping on. Because what it was doing, it was pulling away from my name. So if someone was to search Scott Aaron, I actually wasn't getting pulled up as often because I had next to that -- human connection expert. So I recommend people just to have your first and last name with a professional designation, whether Doctor of Chiropractic, MD, PhD, whatever it is. That's the only thing legitimately you should have next to your name. Any other keyword, because human connection is something that it's a foundational core value of mine, I'll include that more in the headline portion. I'll use those keywords there. So again, if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box below. Again, if you would like to attend our free 3-day simple content creation workshop, just please type an I do in the comments. If you would like the free download of how to optimize your profile, just type in the word free, as it's been done already. So good to see people popping on. Now, that's number one. So the first thing is making sure that you use the right keywords in your headline. Now, the second thing is making sure that you properly write your About Me section. And this is the summary section. Now, I want to kind of give you a couple key points before I show you mine. And you may want to write this down. So there's 3 things that you need to know. And I want to kind of not quiz you, but kind of test your memory on this. There's 3 specific things that you need to include in your About Me section or summary section. Obviously, yes, your story. Telling people all about how you got to where you are right now. But there's 3 things that you need to keep into consideration. Number 1, you want to write this down. Make sure that your summary section is between 300 to 500 words in length. 300 to 500 words in length. That's number 1. Number 2, make sure that you write your summary section in first person. I. Not third person like Kramer from Seinfeld. It should be in first person. I, as you can see right here. So 300 to 500 words in length, as you can see that is. First person, not third person. And then always leaving a call to action. Email to contact me at my email address. So 300 to 500 words in length, first person, and your call to action is your email. So just as a review, type in the chat box, how long should your about me or summary section be? How many words should it be? Type the answer in the chat box if you know. And again, if you're coming on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live, hashtag replay if you are coming in on the replay. So making sure that you have your summary section written the right way is really going to help you with the optimization of your profile. And it starts with the length of that, what person that you write it in, and what your call to action is. And there it is. Yep. Tom said 300 to 500 words in length. Now, in what person are you writing the summary section in? In what person are you writing the summary section in? And Tom was right there, 300 to 500 words. So what person are you writing your summary section in? Because again, you want to connect with people that visit your profile. You don't want to push them away. You want to bring them closer to you. That's the idea. You never, ever want to push people away. You want to bring them closer to you. So what person are you writing your summary section in? Because again, it's all about how the other person on the other side of the computer screen is going to resonate with what you're writing. So if you know the answer, what person are you writing the summary section or about me section in? Because this is key. A lot of people make this mistake and it's not written the proper way. You're not going to get the type of views that you want. You're not going to appear in the right type of searches, and you're going to be missing out on opportunities to network properly with people. But the final question is, what's your call to action? After someone reads your about me or summary section, what's the call to action? What are you leaving them? What are you leaving them at the end of your about me section that is going to have them to reach out? What do you want to put in there? What is that piece of information where they're going to say, okay, now I know how to better connect with this individual? And again, I've split tested so many different things when it comes to one's profile. And what I found was this specific length, the person that it's written in, and a specific call to action is going to amount to having a properly optimized summary or about me section. So if this has all made sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat box. And again, if you're coming on late, please do say hi and where you're tuning in from, or hashtag live so I know that you're on here. Hashtag replay if you are watching the replay. And again, if you would still like to register for our free 3-day simple content creation workshop, March 28th through the 30th, just drop an I do in the chat box below. And also, if you want the free download for your profile to optimize it, just type in the word free. So good to see people are resonating. Now, once you have your headline keyworded, you have your summary and about me section written the right way where it's telling that story, it's connecting people to you. You're sharing your passion. You're sharing what it is that you do. The third thing that you want to think about is making sure that you fill out all main sections within the body of your profile. So this is your experience section, your education section. So anything that I've written at the top, I include in my experience section. Now, the key is just to let you know, when you are filling out your experience section, it also has to be keyworded. So you can see the top right here, lead generation expert to business coaches and entrepreneurs. So that is keyworded. You want to make sure that you're using the right keywords, so that is also going to appear in searches. Now, the other thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that your description of each experience is 3 to 5 words in length. 3 to 5 sentences. Sorry, not 3 to 5 words. 3 to 5 sentences in length. You don't want to just list it like a resume. You want to actually bring some life to it. So each one of these experiences, you can see it has a 3 to 5 sentence description. Every single one of them. Some are longer and there's no length limit or max, but you don't want to be short with it. And I have a ton of stuff that I've done. Now, with your education, list all your education. They're all connecting points for you. So for me, I started off at the University of Pittsburgh, transferred to community college, and then finished up at the Temple Fox School of Business. Now, the one thing that I've learned is do not include the dates that you went. Just list the college. You do not have to list the dates at which you attended and or graduated. That actually hurts your profile. And I'm not saying that it's age discrimination. There is just something correlated with specific dates and unlisting specific dates when it comes to education. So if you are going to add your education, make sure that you don't include the dates at which you attended, just the school, so you can have that act as a connecting point between you and other people that you're connected to on LinkedIn. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat below. Now, the last section that you want to think about, license and certifications. And again, these are old certifications that I had back when I was in the health and wellness industry, but they're certifications. So it doesn't matter where you are in your business now. People are looking for a way to get to know you better. They're looking for a way to see how you progressed within your profession and what you're doing now. They like seeing the timeline. Show people the transitions that you made when you made the pivots that you did in the profession that you're in. And you can also include volunteer experience. I'm very big into philanthropic activity. I've donated to many different charities, and those are things that you should absolutely fill out, making sure that you list any and all experiences, that you have a 3 to 5 sentence description for each of them, education, leaving out the dates, licenses and certs, and volunteer experience, and adding those core sections in there. It's really going to help you. So if that makes sense, drop a Y or a yes in the chat below. Again, if you've come on late, please do say hi and where you are tuning in from. Hashtag live if you are on here live, and if anyone would like to attend the 3-day free simple content creation workshop, just drop I do an I do in the chat box. Or if you would also like to download my free infographic on how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, just type in the word free. Now, the fourth and final. So if you've come on late, obviously, number one, you want to make sure that you use those keywords in your headline so you appear in more searches. Make sure that you write your About Me section properly so it's really telling that story. Make sure that all main sections are filled out. Experience, education, licenses and certs, volunteer experience. And then also, fourth and final, focus on gathering as many recommendations as you can. Now, these have to build over time. So there's nothing better than social proof. And when you can have and you can amass a lot of recommendations where people can speak to your professionalism. They can speak to the results that you get for people. That's all the credibility you need. So when someone visits my profile, just to kind of use myself as an example, when someone visits my profile and they go to my recommendations, what they're going to see is 484 written recommendations. Nearly 500 written recommendations that I've gathered over the last number of years. So you want your credibility to speak so loud that it's hard for people to deny that you're great at what you do. When there's almost 500 people that can speak to my credit about what I do as a LinkedIn coach and consultant and helping people, I mean, who's going to argue with that? The words that others speak about you and how great you are at what you do speak louder than your own. That's why you have to be very consistent with building relationships with people on LinkedIn. You know, asking past clients, current clients, coworkers, ex-coworkers, people that you know on LinkedIn that you've collaborated in some way, shape, or form. Ask them to write you a recommendation. It goes a long way. And when you really get that aspect of your profile rolling, where you have a ton of recommendations coming through, it's going to make a huge difference. It's going to really allow you to connect with people in a more meaningful way. So if this has all made sense in at least getting the framework built out on how to start optimizing your profile to get more visibility, to appear in more searches, just drop an "it has" in the comments below, but also share what your biggest takeaway from today was. So again, make sure that you have your keywords in your headline so it's optimized the right way, so you appear in more searches, you get more profile views, and you have more connectability. Make sure that you write your About Me section the proper way. Remember, 300 to 500 words, first person, call to action at the end. Make sure that all main sections are filled out. Experience, education, licenses and certs, volunteer experience, but also focus on gathering as many recommendations as possible to add to your credibility in how great you are at what you do. So again, if you've enjoyed this, just drop "it has" or "it's helped." Leave your biggest takeaway below. If you would like to register for our free simple content creation workshop, just drop an "I do." But also, and Tom says it has asked recommendations. Tom, I'm telling you, you ask for those recommendations, you start to gather them. It's going to be really hard for people to argue that you aren't great at what you do. You want to take it off of yourself, put it on the backs of other people. I have a call later today with someone, and they scheduled a call. I said, listen, just go to my profile, read through my recommendations. And when someone sees that has booked a call with me, that there's 500 people that have said, man, this guy knows what he's doing, you should work with him, it helps get people across the bridge a lot quicker. So, Tom, I'm really glad you took that away. And again, anyone that wants to download the free infographic, just drop "free" in the chat box, and I will send you that link. So again, I hope today has helped. Love and gratitude to each and every one of you. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.